Huh? Where is my order?
The hell is going on around here?
We are on episode 14 of season 2 of Tales from the Darkside. This one's called Dream Girl, and is one of the lowest rated episodes of the entire series. But it's not my lowest rated episode. I'll read some reviews after I'm done my review, but I think the reason a lot of people really dislike this episode is it doesn't really explain the plot until 16 minutes in, so we're going to get right to that part, where they actually explain what is going on. Because before this, all you get is a bunch of people moving in slow motion, fog machines, and an egomaniac named Otto who seems like he's controlling these other theater actors. But it's not clear what's going on, so they do explain it in this clip right here.
Well, so what are we going to do? I mean, I don't even know where we are.
Andrea and I think we're stuck in Otto's fantasy. But I do know that Otto's been losing control ever since Andrea got here. I think 4 of us is too much for him to handle all at once.
It's a dream. The longer and longer pauses between scenes. Well, everybody dreams like that, don't they? We are just characters in Otto Schrag's dreams.
But how do we get out of this?
I think I figured something out. Otto's obviously not dreaming all the time. I mean, there's got to be periods when he's just sleeping and his control is off. Like right now.
Yeah, that could do it.
So if we can catch him sleeping and shake him awake, we might be able to set ourselves free.
And maybe then we can fall asleep and dream about him for a change. And beat him at his own game.
So this janitor, stagehand, Otto, falls asleep and traps these other theater actors. I won't say kids, because they're all in their late 20s and 30s. But traps these other theater actors into his own play, his own dream, where he gets to be the director. Seems like what they're trying to say is that because he's a janitor, because he just helps around at the theater, he has dreams of grandeur. He wants to be the theater director. He wants to be in charge of everything and have everyone bow down to him.
And what took you so long, you silly cow? Huh?
Hey, I don't know what's with you, but...
He's just a lowly janitor. So this is his way, in his dream, of running the show. He does this fake fight where it's obviously completely unrealistic, where he just beats up the bad guys. He seems to torture the actual theater director. He has Andrea dress up in this frilly, you might say, sexy waitress outfit and wear this wig. But that's not really what she looks like. Here's what she looks like later in the episode. So which one do you like? You like her as a waitress? Or looking like this? Otto also speaks in a very ridiculous accent. It's like they want to make it clear that this character is bad. They'll have them talk in an accent like this. They're like Dracula or like a Russian reject. Oh, you will be in my stage play forever. This.
You will speak only when spoken to, yeah? Is that clear?
That's how you know the character is evil. So the real director, Andrea, tries to wake up Otto and stop this dream world, and then decides to hijack his dream world by taking some sleeping pills so that she can enter her own dream world and defeat him in her own dream world, because now she's in control. Does this work? Not really.
Wake up, you little creep. Wake up! God, I need some sleeping pills. Sleeping pills.
Excuse me, madame, but Captain D'Amico requests the pleasure of your company on the bridge.
And that's how the episode ends. They mentioned earlier that Otto used to work on a ship, so it seems like Otto is still in control of this dream world and she wasn't able to rejigger it. I don't hate the ending, but people really do hate this episode. So I think I'm going to give it a, drumroll, 4 out of 10. It's a little below average, but I certainly don't think it's the worst episode we've seen so far. I think the Joel Selba ones, like Grandma's Last Wish, are worse than this, because it's not annoying the way something like Grandma's Last Wish is. And while it takes a while for them to explain what's going on, in that 3-minute scene, they do actually explain the entire plot of who Otto is Now, how is he able to control this dream world? Well, you just have to chalk that up to magic. It also has a really low budget look, but this actually makes sense given the story. They are on a stage the entire time. First time I saw this episode, I wasn't sure if it was supposed to look this fake, if they were going into a real dream world rather than just being on this stage, but no, they're reenacting this play. His dream world apparently just takes place on the stage because he wants to be the director of a play. So the background looks fake because it's a stage. Costumes look not that great, it's a stage. There's some fence posts that look really fake, it's a stage. So while it looks low budget, it gets away with it because it's kind of supposed to. Not that they could do some amazing Star Wars type universe anyways. So I like the idea, the character of Otto. I mentioned earlier I don't really like his accent, but an egomaniac who wants to be a director, which it seems like everyone in Hollywood wants to be a director, taking control of the situation and making people his minions is at least a decent idea. While the execution isn't the best, there are at least some good ideas in this episode, but it would have been better to see more exciting things happen. I mean, he controls this entire place, and he puts on a small fight that's very brief, and seemingly just has people wait on him. Has people bring him drinks, bring him women. It doesn't actually make them do anything. And maybe he could explain more about his dreams. Does he want to be a big director one day without the accent? I would also have them fight each other. Why not? Alright, let's look at some reviews for Dream Girl. Are they going to be good? No, they're going to be bad. 4 out of 10. Silly and senseless. How not to do surreal. Holy shit. How not to do surrealism. I love the bizarre and bewildering, but only when it's done right. When I sit down and watch a horror movie, or series, or whatever. Podcast? I wish to be at the very least entertained, and the same goes for when I sit down and watch a surrealistic film. The funny moments are not funny. The scary moments are not scary. Well, there aren't really any scary moments. I guess when she comes out of the fog, sort of. The mysterious moments may be mysterious, but they're only mysterious because I don't know what I'm watching anymore, or why I'm even watching it. The main mystery here is why anyone thought this boring cluster fluke? I don't know what that word is. I have no idea. Let me know in the comments. Of unfunny silliness was any good at all, and why it was included in the same series that graced us with episodes like In the Closet, the Tom Savini one, and The Last Car. We'll get to that one very shortly. That's another fan favorite, and quite a good one. Filler material. I'm surprised at just how many filler episodes there are of Tales from the Darkside. Me too, but we're reviewing all of them, because that's what we do here. Trouble is, these episodes are completely alienating for the viewer, who must sit through 20-odd minutes of nonsense before being confronted with a lukewarm explanation. They're trapped in the dream world. 2 out of 10. I don't think we'll get one good review. The worst of the first 38 episodes. That's harsh. I've been watching Tales from the Darkside in chronological order. Me too. For the past few weeks, and the show hasn't quite lived up to my expectations. Me too. There were 2 terrific episodes early on, The Odds and Slippage. Not the 2 I would choose, but those are decent. Levitation has an ironic ending. Ring Around the Redhead, I like that one. And Comet Watch are cute. Nope, Comet Watch sucks. But most of the others are average little tales. Not too bad that you could say you wasted 20 minutes watching them, but not so memorable that you could recommend them to others. Well, the next episode, about the guy moving into the apartment, I would recommend. Lease for Life. So none of them after The Odds, which was episode number 5, inspired me to write a comment about it. Until episode 38, Dream Girl, which is the worst I've seen so far, a pseudo-arty farrago? Or as one character in the episode puts it, would I ever write such lousy dialogue? Yeah, they did do that a few times during the episode. It was almost like trying to break the fourth wall, being like, this dialogue in this episode is terrible. It's like, guys, you can't just say this dialogue is terrible and just continue writing terrible dialogue. The only thing dreamy about it are Caroline Seymour's legs. When she was dressed up in the maid outfit. She was alright, I guess. 0.5 out of 4 stars. Failed oddball episode. 3 out of 10. I have no idea what I just saw other than it's not very good. 1 out of 10, maybe my least favorite episode. 3 out of 10. The Nightmare. It's an awful episode of Tales from the Darkside. The silly plot is neither funny nor scary and does not make any sense. My vote is 3. Well, we have not a single good review. I think mine might be the highest. Well, I get a 4. Well, lucky for me, you, and everyone, the next episode, A New Lease on Life, episode 15 of season 2, is absolutely great. The spell of mediocre to bad episodes has finally been broken. If you watch these in chronological order, you might start to lose a little bit of faith, but finally they get it back on track. This one's about a guy who moves into an apartment, and that apartment is alive. And he deals with some creepy tenants and a landlord that gives him a very low price on the apartment, with a lot of stipulations. Check out our playlist for all episodes of Cowboy Bebop, Monsters, Tales from the Dark Side, and Fear Itself in order. Thanks.